welcome back. Bit of a slight change in this episode. I've decided this year that I'm going to get back into cycling, and it's something I did quite a lot of a good few years ago now. I used to do quite a lot of road cycling. Used to time trial and do long distance cycling and fundraising and stuff like that. So to complement my running, I've had a few injuries last year, and a touch of one start going into this year, which is hopefully, touch wood, getting better. I've decided to start cross training using cycling to complement my running. So I've had the radar on for a while for a project, basically a road bike project. I'm going to be buying a hardtail a full suspension mountain bike to hit the trails again, like I used to do that before. And anyway, set my radar on Facebook Marketplace, and a bike came up for sale locally for the ridiculous amount of 50 quid. So I contacted the seller last night, and yeah, I collected it this morning, and it's looking really sorry for itself, but it's got a lot of potential for the project. It's going to need a few bits, but there are good stuff on it as well. So yeah, basically it's a Trek Alpha 1 Series 1.2. I've not researched these yet, but you can't go too far wrong with a Trek. It's really pretty light as it is. It looks like a real dog's dinner at the minute. Everything rusted, flat braided, forks on the wheel. Everything's in good tension, but it's just been really neglected. The brake calipers, cheap crap, Tektro or something similar, I think. The rear mech is actually Ultegra, so it's pretty tidy. I've given it a cloth already, and it's come up pretty good, so I'm happy with that. The cassette itself is absolutely minging. It's a 9-speed, so I'm looking at possibly making it to a 10-speed block on the back. I'm not a cassette on the back, I'm not sure yet. Chain's completely bollocksed. GP Sora front mech, FSA chain rings, and other than the fasteners, not to looking too bad. That should scrub up fairly well. So just give that a cloth, a bit of a wipe. You see, a lot of stuff, a lot of this, it scrubs up pretty well. There's not a lot of wear on the actual crank arms. 2 bottle holders. This paint or something on this, but it's actually scratching off. A few scars and scabs on the frame, but no dents. No dents at all, and I'm pretty sure once I've stripped it down and got some compound on it, it'll look a lot better again, especially this kind of stuff, all being well. So yeah, pretty happy with the purchase. So another revelation was that it's actually got a carbon fibre fork, and it came with a couple of DRMotorsport pedals. So the pedals alone retail for £70. So I'm going to hang on to the pedals, clean them up, and it's just, the heavens has just started to open. So yeah, I'm going to use this as a bit of a side project to the 205. I'm still waiting for the welding work to be done. Everything's in process. It's going to get sorted out. I'm in no major rush as things stand. There's quite a lot of salt been on the roads the last few days, so at least this rain will wash that away. So yeah, seats, everything's ready ready to rock and roll. One development that's happened fairly recently, and I forgot to mention on the last episode, is that basically I've had some patches made at Sarah Embroidery to brand the sides of the seat. Obviously you know that they're the Motormech seats, and really good quality at that. Really good quality seats. I'm really made up with them. Just get these straps back in. But yeah, really chuffed with the harnesses, and so it had Motormech along each side. It's got one on this side as well, and as well on the front as on the front. So my thinking was, if I can get some patches made up, just give it a bit of a customized touch. So the plan is to stitch the corners, the middle bits, onto the seat. I've made a needle. It's like a half moon kind of shape, crescent shape, sorry. So I can get in and stitch and tack it on nice and gently. So I think that's that'll add just a nice finishing touch to the project. Evening, welcome back everyone. It's been a few hours since I've recorded the first bit. It's now dark, it's not raining for a change, and I'm preparing to strip this the project bike. So I've taken the front wheel off already. I've already split the chain, so I'm going to crack on and strip the bike. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse and see you in a bit. Right, welcome back. It's time to extract the crank arms and see what the score is. This bottom bracket, there is a bit of play in it, so it's time for it to come off. So I've had this a very long time. So so basically this slides into the crank arm. It's a really fine thread. Thread it all the way in. Get a spanner, trying to remember what size it is. I think it's 15mm, 16mm. Oh no, wrong. 17. Just nip it up. This then goes in through into this section, and then of course this rotates freely. So what it does, it just acts as a puller. So once the this centre bit hits the bottom bracket spindle, and it acts like a puller. So these can be really tight sometimes. You have to go for a bigger spanner, longer spanner even, and clamp down the frame a little bit more. Right, this is really tight. So in this case, I'm going to actually bring the frame out of the stand and onto the deck. Get the stand out of the way a little bit to there, and right, hopefully you can see. So I've got a bit of moving to do here, so it's really tight, this. Generally once you've broken it initially, it's not too bad. So right, start going out. So been off for a long time. In fact, probably has never been off. So really tight, this. Wow. Still now though. There we go, one crank arm removed. Spanner on that. Spanner out the way. There we go. One crank arm off and away. So I'm going to have to do the same now with the chainring side. Hopefully this will be a little more compliant, but this thing's been stood outside, this bike. It really has had a terrible time of it seems, recently. So we'll see. Make sure that's tight. Right. Let's get this. Yeah, it's really tight. This one. It is going though. Happy days. Got to be careful of the I don't hit the Peugeot with this thing. Right, there we go. There's the right hand side, or the chainring side, crank arm removed. Right. Really light actually. FSA Vero. So they look pretty decent actually. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with those yet. Whether I'm going to keep them or sling them, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. So I have another tool, spline drive, and basically I use this. This goes in on here, engages here with a big spanner. Crack it open and it removes the bottom bracket, which is basically the seal bearing. As you can hear, it's absolutely bollocks. Totally bollocks. So once again, place it against
the ground. Make sure the splines are all in. Close this tight. Oh dear, that's really tight. A little bit of persuasion, I think, is required on this. Square on there. Is that opened? Oh, it's slipped now, it slipped off. Okay. I might have some problems with this. By the looks of things. Oh dear me, that's really, really, really tight. Need to double check this is whether it's left hand side. Oops. Try this side. Oops. No major issues. I think we have got the bracket out. No, we haven't. Right. It's a bit disappointing. So I think we've got a bit of a task on here. I'm not sure if we're opening a lot of this actually, so bastard. This is coming off. Right. This is proper tight. Proper tight. So I might have to pull the pin on the recording here and find something a bit more substantial to remove it. That's a really good fit. Let's get a proper spanner on it, big spin spanner. Not anything big enough, no. Right, that's stupid that then. this out of the way a little bit. Right. It all keeps stepping out.
Welcome back. After a bit of faffing around, I've decided not to proceed at the minute with removing the bottom bracket, and the reason why is if you look at this tool, it's the splines are chamfered. I'm going to buy a tool that's got a straight spline all the way up to the end, and then the depth, it's hard to see that, but it's not very deep, it's quite shallow, the spline on the bottom bracket. So it slipped once, and I am not going to risk another go. I actually put this in the vise, put the frame on top and tried to open it, and it slipped on the first asking, so I'm not doing that. So I'm not risking having a completely stuck bottom bracket stuck in the frame. So what I'm going to do now is get the heat gun out and get some of this protector, chainstay protector off. And there's also a sticker on the top here. I've already pulled one away earlier, and just give the frame a bit of a clearance. So I'll do that in a minute. I'll see you in a bit. Right, welcome back. I'm just going to get the heat gun out and make a start on sticking that bit of plastic off, and that sticker on the top tube. So hopefully you can see that, right? Yeah. Back, the battery died on me on that one, so let's go again. Of course, I'll be putting a new one of these on there when I put the rebuilt bike back together. Put that in the bin. So next thing is to get this top tube sticker weighing off. So move it around. Slide this down a little bit more. Love this stand. Let's have a go. Stick it off. Let's put too much heat on this one. Okay. Right, that's that away. I keep fingers on there just to know where the glue is. Up
happy days. So that's that out of the way. Put this heat gun over here. Well, it's not going to burn anything. And extension lead over the way, out of the way. So right, I might have missed that actually. Anyway, let's see if we can get the glue removed from the frame. What have I got in here? Right, I have. Oh, excuse me. I have some thinners, cellulose thinners. Just a small amount on the cloth. It cleans up really well, actually. That. Get this other sticker off. That's pretty good actually. That's removed a lot of crap. There's another one on the blade, actually on the fork. On the fork blade here, you can see it. So just going to put another dab of this on there. Clean. Pretty tough resistant this glue. Still a bit left. Apologies for sounding snotty this evening. I'm just getting over one of these sore throat lurgies that's going around. Pretty much wiped out our household at the minute, so I do apologise if I sound like a snotty thing. So that smells good. That a bit of silly. It's hard to break down this actually. Cellulose is pretty good generally. Let's have a go. Right, there's some marking on the frame here. Down a bit more. A lot of this stuff's coming out with the thinners actually. A bit of a result that, to be fair. So just going to give it a not sure what this brown crap is. I think it might be fence paint or stain or something similar. Well, this is killing it off anyway. You see up here a little bit, this brown stuff. It's cleaning up pretty well. I'm not going to split the fork from the frame, as the steer bearing is in really good condition, and it's nice and smooth. So I'm not gonna remove that. I'm gonna keep frame and fork together going forward. So that's scrubbed up pretty well actually. So let's oops, do a little bit more. This is where most of cosmetic damage is on it. There's a little bit of flaking of the paint in there, but I think it's not been I don't think it's been hit or anything. So bit of scratching down here, but all being well, a lot of it will come out. So and to be honest, for the whole bike, that's cost 50 quid. It's not a bad start at all, because I didn't want to spend thousands of pounds, you know, or silly money on a road bike, because I'm not going to be doing that many miles on the road bike. Mountain bike is a different story. So I'm hoping to I've just wiped the size loop of the bike. Okay. Okie dokie. I thought that was better applied on there, to be honest, but there we go, you live and learn. It doesn't really matter because it's the right size for me. That's the main thing. That's what's left of the sticker. So clean a little bit of this crap off there. It's really coming up pretty well. There's some small touch-ups to do, but been a pretty decent score, this bike, to be honest with you. Well chuffed, well chuffed. They look pretty tidy. It looks a whole lot better already. Just having given it just a quick wipe. This is the area that's causing the biggest concern. So but yeah, I'll get some red touch-up paint and get some black touch-up paint and just touch this up here. And it's not too bad. Some black stuff here and red, black and red stuff. And down on the stays. Yeah, it'll scrub up really well, this, to be honest. I'm just gonna swap the frame over. Really light frame. Right, get the cloth a little bit thinner on it again, just to help the cleaning on its way a little. As you can see, it's coming along pretty well. So I've already, you know me by now, I've already been looking at wheels. There's various sets for sale, wheel sets for sale on eBay. So I'm gonna have a pretty good squeeze around there, and I've decided that the wheels that came with the bike, they're absolutely the bollocks. They're flat blade
wheels, Bontrager or whatever they call them, and yeah, the blades are just completely and utterly rusted. So yeah, unfortunately, they're going to have to go in the bin, as is the cassette. It's looking really second hand as well. So yeah, it's time to depart with that. So just do a little bit under here. I am really happy with this. I think they've just given up on it, selling it so cheap. They just really completely gave up on it. It's their loss, my gain, really. So yeah, happy days. Really chuffed. So that's the frame stripped down, cleaned. Bottom bracket will be another episode, another day. I'm going to order the tool this evening. I'm going to make sure I'm getting the right size, get that taken out, get it replaced. The time is right. So yeah, one last job to do. Well, two last jobs to do today. I'm basically going to strip the seat away take the seat off from the seat tube, because I'm not going to use that seat. I'm going to get another one, and try and figure out how to pull the levers away from the handlebars. So see you in a minute. Right everyone, welcome back. It's now time to remove the seat away from the seat pin. Okay, right. Make sure this stays all together. Excuse the snotty sounds. Right, so that goes like that. There we go. Seat for the bin. Happy days. So I'll give this a clean. Seat pin. It's pretty clean actually. So there's a sticker on this. Gonna remove it. Take it off and clean the pin. So look. Hoping I won't need the heat gun because I've put that back in the kit. I think we're pretty good with this. Right, okay, so right, okay. This crap out of the way. Bit more of the magic medicine. Not too bad. Thinners have slightly melted the stickers. Not completely. Yeah, it's killed them off. Even better. Excellent. Ow! Right into the nail, that bugger. These tyre levers
scrape them off without scratching the seat pin, seat tube, whatever they call it nowadays. So right, that's the just white bits everywhere. Let's have a look at this through here. I quite like the design of this. Oops. Really like the design idea of this. It's really good. Put this back in. Couple of turns. Just to hold it all together. And I put the new saddle on. Saddle seat, or whatever they call it nowadays. It's been a few years since I've got into any of the cycling community. So as I said earlier on, we've got a Ultegra rear mech. It's in really good condition actually, considering what the rest of the bike looked like. So it's just gonna give this a good degreasing, and split it apart, give everything a clean, and just clean this this back plate, and grease it all up. So it's yeah, pretty good condition, and yeah, happy with that. So that's the seat pin, rear derailleur looked at. One of the next things I need to remove are the brake and gear change levers. Excuse the wobbly camera. So this one, as you can see, it's had a hard life. It's been absolutely whacked to one side. So I need to figure out how to get it out, because my older previous bike did have these on. It wasn't that old, and I can't seem to find where the fasteners are. There seems to be like a grub screw in the back end. So let's see if there's anything around this part. Let me just get a blade and cut this tape away. Just had this day. I'll be keeping the brake cable out as reference points, references for the replacement gear cables. So I'm not going to hang on to these. They're really scratched and yeah, not the best. Yeah, this is a triple actually as well, but let's go. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll. It's an 8-speed shifter, but it had a 9-speed cassette. So that explains why you wouldn't go into 9th gear. So now I know. So I'm going to need a 9-speed shifter. Anyway, I'm tempted actually. I'm tempted to move it to a 10. I'm not quite sure whether that's needed, but yeah, we'll see. Right, so I'm just gonna label this one. I think this is the only tape I've got at the moment. I need to stock up a local hardware shop. Right, rear brake. Right, this'll do. Oops. So rear brake on that one. Hang on to all of those. The rest of the stuff, the gear stuff, I can make up anyway. It's just handy to have those brake cables, these as reference. More junk in the bin. Back. It's going to be fun winding the new, excuse the moving camera, it's going to be fun retaping the handlebars. I haven't done it for a long time. It's yeah, so that's going to be a good laugh. Right, so now these bad boys come off. So the band obviously goes round. There we go, found where it is. Yes, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we've got a cap bolt, an Allen key down this side. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm pretty sure the older ones came out from inside there. But, I've slept a few times since that. That's for sure. So let's get this boot pushed back. Excuse the snotties. Ace. So that's the second cable off. Small these handlebars, aren't they, compared to how they used to be? Yeah, okay, so yeah, they'll do. They'll do. So that's that in there. Get the cable out from in here. So the gear cable goes in through there.
stops in here, and of course as you're moving the gears it pulls it tight, and then this releases it. So unfortunately, is it showing? Can I show you how it releases? No, it wasn't. She won't show, but yeah, you get the idea. So those are all the cables off, brake levers off, and everything off other than the stubborn bottom bracket. It's there we go. It's it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to end this episode here, and it's I know it's a change, but it's nice to have a change. It's nice to do something that hasn't got a line on the front of it. And yeah, new series of episodes with this, so it's something that I can keep going on the side when things quieten down with the cars, because I am, like I said, this year going to start cycling. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please consider doing so. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, stay safe everyone, see you next time.